AI philosophy, enabling humans to establish destiny for themselves and establish a mind for AI. Friedrich Nietzsche was profoundly influenced by Schopenhauer's philosophy, and on the basis of Schopenhauer's will to live, he put forward his own theory of the will to power. Nietzsche proclaimed God is dead to declare the collapse of traditional Christian values, arguing that human beings should attain freedom and pursue higher values of life. Click the plus sign to follow this account for more wonderful content. Friedrich Nietzsche was a renowned German philosopher, poet, and cultural critic, and one of the major representatives of voluntarism, famous for his incisive critiques of traditional morality, religion, and philosophy. He was deeply influenced by Schopenhauer's philosophy and developed his will to power from Schopenhauer's will to live. Nietzsche's core philosophical ideas are as follows. Asterisk, God is dead. Nietzsche held that the advancement of science and rationality rendered traditional Christian faith incapable of satisfying the spiritual demands of modern people. The death of God meant humanity could no longer rely on religion to interpret the world and the meaning of life, but needed to rediscover values and significance within secular existence. Asterisk, nihilism. Nietzsche described himself as Europe's most thorough nihilist, yet his philosophical system charts a path beyond nihilism. He contended that all values, concepts, and truths are merely human interpretations. The world itself possesses no metaphysical truths, ultimate values, or inherent meaning. He took the declaration, God is dead, as the herald of nihilism's arrival. Nevertheless, Nietzsche believed humanity could re-establish new values through the transvaluation of all values, thereby securing a reason to endure existence, even amid the nihilism. Asterisk, the overman. Nietzsche introduced the concept of the overman, a being who transcends conventional morality and social norms and creates self-defined values amid an uncertain world. The overman embodies humanity's self-overcoming and the highest expression of life force. Asterisk, eternal recurrence. Nietzsche maintained that the universe operates in infinite cycles, with every event destined to repeat itself eternally. He advocated an affirmative attitude toward life, calling for amor fati, the love of one's fate, even in the knowledge that all things will recur endlessly. Asterisk, will to power. For Nietzsche, the essence of life is the will to power, distinct from the will to live or pursuit of happiness, emphasized by prior philosophers. It denotes an innate drive toward power creation, self-realization, and self-transcendence, permeating not only humanity but all of nature. Asterisk, anti-rationalism. Nietzsche criticized traditional rationalism, rejecting the notion that reason is humanity's sole medium of comprehending the world. He underscored the vital roles of intuition, emotion, and will in human life, asserting these irrational faculties hold equal importance. Asterisk, critique of traditional morality. Nietzsche condemned conventional morality as slave morality, a vengeful construct forged by the weak to subjugate the strong, stifling human vitality and creativity. Instead, he championed master morality of the powerful, which exalts strength, courage, and autonomy. Specifically, Nietzsche divided humanity into the strong and the weak. The strong are proactive, creative, and self-assertive, while the weak are timid, conservative, envious, and hypocritical. He criticized Christianity's universal compassion and Rousseau's humanism, arguing their emphasis on care for the vulnerable and universal equality constitutes slave morality. Out of fear of the powerful, the weak propagate virtues such as benevolence, humility, sympathy, and sharing to constrain the strong. Nietzsche revered aristocratic master morality, which encourages bold initiative, individuality, and elitism. Slave morality functions through prohibition and restriction, whereas master morality fosters innovation and rejects mediocrity. Note, Nietzsche did not entirely dismiss slave morality, yet he opposed its forced imposition upon the strong, which he believed hinders humanity's advancement. He anticipated the emergence of the overman, the powerful individual who acts solely by their own will and fully unleashes creative potential. His opposition to universal equality stemmed partly from his observation of the dangers of the tyranny of the majority during the French Revolution, and partly from his conviction that the strong, inherently a minority, ought not submit the most creative and intelligent few to the mediocre masses. By proclaiming God is dead, Nietzsche announced the collapse of traditional Christian values. He argued humanity was freed from unconditional adherence to the slave morality endorsed by Christianity, granting people the liberty to pursue loftier life values. Nietzsche suffered a mental breakdown in 1889 and remained insane until his death in 1900. His philosophy spawned numerous intellectual movements, including existentialism, post-structuralism, and postmodernism, exerting profound influence on thinkers such as Freud, Heidegger, and Foucault. His theories of the overman and will to power have often been misconstrued as advocacy for authoritarian politics, and were grossly distorted and exploited by the Nazis. In truth, Nietzsche himself rejected nationalism and anti-Semitism. His thought centers primarily on individual freedom and creativity, urging people to forge personal values and meaning within an unstable world. His philosophy stands both as a critique of orthodox thought and a profound meditation on humanity's future. I am Wu Huaiyu, a PhD from the Chinese Academy of Sciences and a postdoctoral fellow from Peking University, and the founder of AI philosophy. For more detailed information, please refer to the complete version of this book. In addition to this short video, you can also click on my avatar to view more long videos.